Hold on. I'm coming.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Good.
Oh, give me a second here.
Yeah, it's a nice day, eh?
Oh, it's beautiful out. All right.
You ready? So how's it going?
Oh, not too bad. How you doing, Ken?
Oh man, Crystal has me spring cleaning. Yesterday it was the garage. Today it was the gutters. Tomorrow, who knows? Maybe I'll be dusting off the houseplants or something.
Oh, well, I'd take gutters any day over church.
Church? Religion? You?
Yeah. Well, Vicky's been going for a while now. I don't get it. Man, I could be home shining up my baby Harley, but no. Instead, I get suckered. I get suckered into going to this weird ancient Easter ritual.
I went to church once.
Really?
All they had me do was sit, stand, kneel, stand, sit. They could never make up their mind.
Huh.
Hey, I did get a pretty cool coffee mug out of the deal, though.
Nice. You know, I think I've heard of those mugs.
Huh.
I don't know if you realized how many times in our lives we try to avoid things. You ever found yourself doing that? In fact, there's people here this morning that you have had chest pains or stomach pains or something in your body, and you've ignored them. Why? Because you don't want to go to the doctor, right? We avoid stuff. Some of you have figured out ways to, stick it to the man, the government, and you've avoided paying taxes. We want to avoid those things, and we try to avoid a lot of stuff. Some of you have either had or are about to have some family gatherings this Easter weekend, and you're trying to figure out a way how to avoid certain family members or certain people, and you're trying to navigate and position yourself so you don't have to sit by them or whatever it may be, because we have these things in our life we want to avoid. How about conflict? That's a big one that a lot of us avoid. And when I say that word, a lot of you might even kind of get this knot in your stomach because there's something going on at work or at home, and you know it needs to be dealt with, but you're doing everything you can to avoid that situation. And if you're avoiding conflict, I can guarantee you're probably avoiding confrontation because there's something or someone that you want to, kind of face and you don't want to deal with, and so you don't want to confront them because it's going to cause conflict, and so you live your life avoiding things. Or as the clip just showed, maybe some of you did everything you could this morning to avoid trying to come to church. And we do that. And somehow, some way, though, a parent or a friend or a relative or a spouse, didn't give you an option. And you're here this morning, and you find yourself sitting here, and you try to avoid this place because you have some perceptions about church. You have some opinions. You have some things in your mind that you feel are warranted. You might think, guys like me exist like to brainwash you or to steal all your money because you've seen that on TV, and you've experienced some of those things. Or maybe you have some questions about God and faith, and no one's ever really been able to really fully satisfy your wonders and your insights, and so you have some stuff, and so you did everything you can to try to avoid this place because it's never really maybe been a great experience for you. But let me just say, the bottom line is you're here. Somehow, someone got you here, and I just want to encourage you, just relax, because we're not here to get anything from you. We don't need your money. We don't need anything from you. What we want to do is give you something. More than just a mug, we want to give you the truth about a life-saving event that took place 2,000 years ago. And of course, I'm talking about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And what we gather to celebrate this morning is an event that has changed the course of history. It really has. It's done made enormous impact. And it's an event that on the surface, I will admit, seems a little far-fetched. Dead man coming back to life. It seems somewhat of a fairy tale, somewhat of a legend. And in our normal thinking patterns would go, I'm not convinced that could even happen. But you know what? The bottom line is, what we're going to dig into this morning is something that is often avoided by a lot of people in our world. Because the bottom line is, things like this just don't happen today, do they? People don't rise from the dead. And this event where a dead man came back to life, did it happen? Well, this morning, I'll declare to you that I believe it did. There's many in this room who believe that it did. And we gather to celebrate that. And the next question you may ask, well, even if it did, what matter? What difference does it make? What's the big deal about this event? How does it change your life and my life? I mean, what is the big deal about Easter?